Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to another edition of the Win Big Sports Talk and Sports Betting Podcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Schrei. Thank you for joining me on WBSNSports.com, MWSN.net, SESNSports.com, SchreiMedia.com, on YouTube and on Spotify, wherever you may be. If you're on Spotify with us, you can watch the podcast. There's not a whole lot to it. But the clips of the week can only be seen in the video edition of the podcast. We do clips of the week at the end of every podcast. Excited to be here with you, bringing you another edition of the pod. Not a whole lot of crazy stuff to talk about this week, but we'll get right into it with the results of my picks from last week. Good. 16-5 last week in my college football picks. That puts me at 59-14 overall on the season. I picked Kansas State, Ole Miss, Michigan, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Utah, Florida State, Ohio State, Penn State, Oklahoma State, Bama, Texas A&M, Clemson, Georgia, Pitt, USC, Oregon, Liberty, App State, and University of Tennessee, Chattanooga to win their games. 16 of them won, 5 of them lost. The losses were close, too. It wasn't like I was super far off or anything, so pretty happy with that, and we'll get right into it with this week's picks. So college football picks for this week. First up, number 4, Michigan at Indiana. That's a 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on Fox. Got to take Big Blue in this one. The Wolverines' average margin of victory in Big Ten play is 10 points per game. Indiana coming off a pair of brutal road losses to Cincinnati and Nebraska. I'm just not feeling it for Indiana at all in this one. I think it's going to be all Michigan. My pick going to be Michigan winning 38-17, but they will fail to cover the spread in that one. Spread in that game is 21.5 points. Number 8, Tennessee at number 25, LSU. That's a 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch the game on ESPN. I'm feeling Big Orange. Man, am I feeling Big Orange. Big SEC test for the Volunteers. They rank second in the FBS with 48.5 points a game. Hendon Hooker, baby. He's looking great. LSU has won the last 5 meetings between these two teams. The Tigers have improved since the season opening loss to Florida State. LSU has forced 2.5 turnovers per game, but Hendon Hooker doesn't turn the ball over. Tennessee is going to survive the Valley of Death and earn their shot at the Crimson Tide. That Hook's a little scary. Tennessee's going to win this one. It's going to be close, 35-28. That would mean they'd cover the 3.5 point spread. Number 17, TCU. At number 19, Kansas. That is a 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch the game on Fox Sports. I'm taking TCU. How are the Jayhawks going to handle the game day spotlight? Max Duggan, 11 touchdowns, no picks. Kansas, Jalen Daniels, 11 touchdowns, 1 INT. 2 of the best quarterbacks that the Big 12 has to offer. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited about it. That's going to be a very close one as well. The spread in this one is 6 points. I think TCU will cover that. So we'll call it 34-27 TCU. Arkansas at number 23, Mississippi State. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. That one is going to be on the SEC network if you want to watch. Got to go with the Bulldogs on that one. The Razorbacks, 2 deflating losses to Texas A&M and Alabama. The defense battling Will Rogers. He is tied for the FBS lead with 19 touchdown passes. Arkansas has won the last 2 meetings, but they were 1-score games. Can the Bulldogs slow down Arkansas's running game? It's pretty unbelievable. I think they can. Calling for a 3-point win in this one, 31-27. The spread is 5.5 points. So if that is the case, Mississippi State will not cover the spread. South Florida at number 24, Cincinnati. That's a 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch the game on ESPN Plus, the app, and it'll be streaming live. The Bulls are looking pretty good. They covered against Florida in Week 3. The Bearcats have won the last 4 meetings between these two programs by an average of 13.3 points per game, but no blowouts for the Bearcats. So they're going to control the game at home. It's going to really help them that are at home. Charles McClellan, Corey Kleiner looking good. But there's a lot of points to be scored here for a defense that allows 20.5 points per game. The spread is 27.5 points, which is huge. No way that Cincinnati will cover that. I just don't see it against South Florida. But I'm definitely feeling Cincinnati in this one. I'm going to pick the score being 45-21 final. Cincinnati win in that one. Auburn, War Eagle at number 2, Georgia and the Bulldogs. A 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on CBS. I like Auburn, but there's just no way that the Tigers are going to be able to handle the overwhelming Bulldogs of Georgia. The Bulldogs have failed to cover large spreads, so I'll get to that in a moment when I make my pick. But, I mean, it's Georgia. You know, we were watching that tight end play in the office, pulling up highlights. They're monsters. They're stacked on both sides of the ball. They're unbelievable. They dropped to number 2, which is a whole other issue. I'm here to give you picks, not dive all the way in on my thoughts on the AP poll. But they're down to number 2. But, man, I mean, they're good. They're stacked. Georgia's going to win this one 42-15. They will not cover the spread. I don't think they'll cover the spread, but easy win for Georgia. They're going to roll right through that one, slice through them like butter. Texas Tech at number 7, Oklahoma State. That's a 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch it on Fox Sports. Definitely taking the Cowboys. They're looking for college football playoff contention at this rate. I mean, they're really right in there. The Red Raiders have not been great in their last 2 road losses. Lost to NC State and Kansas State. This is going to be an even tougher test for them. Oklahoma State's going to win it 35-21. That means they would cover the 10-point spread. Number 12, Utah at number 18, UCLA. A 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch the game on Fox. Utah has another chance to knock off a Pac-12 contender, but it won't be easy. The Utes have been on a mission since their season-opening loss at Florida. UCLA is averaging just under 42 points per game, but they're up against the top defense in the Pac-12, allowing just 14.5 points per game. The Utes have also averaged almost 47 points per game in the last 5 meetings against the Bruins. They'll have no problem in a shootout. I'm saying that Utah is going to win it, and they're going to cover the 3.5-point spread. My score pick, 41-31. Utes come away with a victory. Number 3, Ohio State, traveling up to East Lansing to battle Michigan State. A 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on ABC. Well, on the surface, the line looks big on this one, 25.5-point spread. But the Buckeyes have beat the Spartans by an average of just under 36 points per game in their last 5 meetings. Michigan State has allowed an average of 500 yards of offense in their last 3 losses. The Spartans can't slow down Ohio State. I mean, they look unbelievable. And they're looking to make a statement about who should be number 1 in the country at number 3. So I like Michigan State, but Ohio State definitely going to win. And I think they might even cover that spread. My pick, 47-17. Ohio State and the Buckeyes crush the Spartans. Sorry, Michigan State. Number 9, Ole Miss at Vanderbilt. Hey, that's right outside of Nashville. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on the SEC Network. I think Ole Miss is really legit. I think they're great this year. They stayed unbeaten with a big-time victory against Kentucky. The Commodores have struggled against the run. They've allowed almost 160 yards per game on the ground. Vanderbilt kept it pretty close to the Rebels last year in a 31-17 loss, but this is going to be tougher. This is a relentless rushing attack on the ground. I'm not feeling it. Ole Miss is going to win and cover the 19-point spread. 40-19 is my score pick in that one. Number 21, Washington at Arizona State. That is a 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one. Tune in on the Pac-12 Network. Washington coming off a reality check in a loss to UCLA, and Arizona State is coming off back-to-back games against Utah and USC since the firing of Edwards. The Huskies haven't won at Arizona State since 2001. Is that enough to keep faith in the underdog? Huskies averaging 370 passing yards per game. The Sun Devils will have a lot of breakdowns and coverage to pull off the upset. I don't think they're going to cover the spread. Washington spread 13 points, but I do think they'll win by about 10. Let's call it 38-28 in that one. Number 5, Clemson at Boston College. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can tune in on ABC and catch that one. Is there a chance for the Tigers to kind of, slide off here? No, clearly not. I've already got the logo up if you're watching the video edition of the podcast. The last 2 matchups with Boston College have been decided by 6 points, and the Eagles are a better team at home, but there's no way. Clemson's hot. They're looking to build momentum. The spread is 20 points in this one. No way Clemson covers that in my mind. 35-16 is going to be my score pick. That puts it close, but 20 is a lot. Washington State at number 6, USC. That's a 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can tune into that one on Fox. That's going to be a fun one. Caleb Williams, Cameron Ward. The Cougars don't have a consistent running game, though. They're averaging under 100 yards per game at 91.8. That'll make it really difficult to slow down USC at home. Just because of that alone, I'm not feeling it. I think Washington State will score a lot, but I'm definitely going with USC in this one. The spread is 11.5 points. I'm not feeling that either. My score pick, 36-30, USC overcomes Washington State. South Carolina at number 13, Kentucky. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can tune into that one on the SEC Network. Kentucky coming off that disappointing loss to Ole Miss. Now they've got to recalibrate a visit from South Carolina and the Gamecocks. The Wildcats did win this one last year, 16-10. The Gamecocks just looking good under Shane Beamer, though. This is a tough call, but I think Kentucky bounces back with Levis and Rodriguez Jr. leading the way. My score pick, 31-20. That would also mean they'd cover the 10.5-point spread in this one. Number 16, BYU battling Notre Dame, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on NBC or catch it on Peacock. It's a streaming app. I'm sure everyone's heard of it by now, but it's kind of vague. I actually don't know what it is. It's on my TV. I'm afraid to open it. So tweet at me and let me know what Peacock is. Maybe I should tweet at Peacock and just send them me. I'm rambling. The Cougars and Irish meeting at Allegiant Stadium of all places, and this is a showcase game for BYU quarterback Jaron Hall. He's averaging almost 302 yards of total offense per game. The Irish had that bye week to prepare. Drew Pine has completed just under 70% of his passes. That's pretty unbelievable. So the spread in this one, just 3 points. Notre Dame is going to win this in my mind. It's going to be very close. But I think under 30 points for both programs. So let's call it this. To cover the spread, 28-24 Notre Dame victory. You tell me if I'm crazy. That's what I'm feeling. Number 25, Kansas State at Iowa State, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on ESPNU. Okay, I'm going with Kansas State. The Wildcats have managed 3 wins in their last 5 trips to Jack Trice Stadium. Adrian Martinez, Deuce Vaughn combined to average 221 rushing yards per game. The Cyclones do have the best run defense in the Big 12 at 83 yards per game, but That's where this game is going to be won or lost, and I think Kansas State has what it takes. The spread in this one is just 2 points, so Kansas State will win this one in a very close matchup. 33-30 is my score pick. Texas A&M at number 1, Alabama, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on CBS. You know I'm picking Texas A&M. No, I'm just kidding. Bama Roll Tide. I do that every week. Maybe I should stop. I'm sure the regular listeners are sick of hearing me pretend I'm going to pick someone other than Alabama or Georgia. This game is going to have a lot of hype. The SEC on CBS Spotlight, especially with Bryce Young's AC joint injury. And that makes it tough to bet on this game. The Aggies have lost their last 4 trips to Bryant-Denny Stadium by an average of almost 33 points per game. That's a lot of points. Alabama's going to win this one, but it's not going to be a complete blowout just because of Bryce Young. And maybe, I don't know what the situation is, but I'm calling it that. It's not going to be a complete blowout, so they won't cover that 24.5-point spread, but a definite win for Alabama and the Tide. My score pick, 43-20. Florida State at number 14, NC State, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on the ACC network. Yeah, NC State, the Wolfpack, they've got the home field advantage. They're going to have to slow down Florida State's rushing attack. They're averaging over 203 yards per game on the ground, but I'm feeling the defensive side of the ball for NC State. They're going to win this one and cover the 3-point spread. 31-26 is my score pick in that one. Number 11, Oregon at Arizona, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on the Pac-12 network. I'm going with the Ducks. They've covered each of the last 4 weeks. They're averaging 50 points per game since their Week 1 loss to Georgia and the Bulldogs. The last 2 meetings with the Wildcats haven't been close. Ducks winning by an average of over 25 points per game. Arizona has improved, but the Ducks are rolling. Oregon's going to win this one and cover the 12-point spread. My score pick, 41-27 Oregon. All right, and then I do have some more picks, but they're kind of fun ones a little bit. I'm not going to make score predictions, but I'm making the pick here. Still some analysis. App State at Texas State, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on ESPN+. From an offensive standpoint, App State ranks 36th in the FBS with 452 yards per game. Due to that and a few other factors, I don't see the Mountaineers faltering against Texas State. They're nearly 20-point favorites. App State will win that one. Trine University at Adrian College. You can tune in 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That one is going to be streamed on their YouTube channel, and you can listen to it on local radio with broadcaster Ian Wendt. I think Adrian College is still a long way from being ranked in Division III football, but they did beat Hope for the first time since 2015. Conference rival Albion is ranked right now, so a win against Trine could push them into the top 25. If not, they'll be close, and they've got Albion on the schedule still. So they've lost 3 in a row to the Thunder of Trine University, but that streak ends in Adrian this weekend. Tune in on YouTube and WLEN Radio. Maryville College at LaGrange College, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that on the LaGrange College web stream. The Scots have won 8 in a row against LaGrange. They beat them by over 40 points last season. That's a tough streak to snap for them. Maryville is only 1-4 on the season, and if there were a time to snap that streak, it would be now, but it's not happening. I'm taking the Scots and Maryville. They're going to win this one. And that will do it for my college football picks this week. Let's keep it rolling with NFL football pick results. All right. I started this year off rough. I went 500 in week 1, and then I went 10-5 in week 2, and then I went 500 in week 3. Last week I went 10-4, so I'm making some safer picks, and I'm picking all the games, and that's helping me. So it puts me at 31-12 overall. I mean, that's not horrible. But it's not great either. I mean, it's not where I want to be. Last week, I picked the Vikings, Browns, Cowboys, Titans, Lions, Bears, Eagles, Steelers, Bills, Chargers, Cardinals, Raiders, Packers, Chiefs. The Browns, Lions, Bears, and Steelers lost. I said on the podcast that I should not pick the Lions or Steelers. And then I went ahead and did it, and they lost after I said I shouldn't pick them. In fact, I've done that every week. And so don't listen to me when I pick those teams. I'm not in a clear state of mind. Let's move on. Let's not waste time. Let's get right into our picks for this week. Cowboys at Rams, Dallas and Los Angeles. That one is a 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can tune in on Fox. Cooper Rush or Dak Prescott? The Cowboys offense has cleaned things up a bit around Rush. They're looking good. They've got Michael Gallup back. The run won't do that well against the Rams, but this should be a great battle between Matt Stafford and probably Cooper Kupp and CeeDee Lamb. I think the Rams are going to win, though. Matt Stafford, they've got all that experience, a great franchise. They haven't been hot. They've been kind of cold here in the early stages of the season. I still think that Los Angeles is going to heat up. The spread is, as of time of recording, 4.5 points. They're not going to cover that. My pick is 21-17 Rams. I don't think they'll cover the spread. Patriots and Detroit Lions. New England battling Detroit. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on Fox. The Patriots offense is going to keep things simple against that Lions defense. They couldn't stop water, man. They've got the best offense through 4 weeks in league history and the worst defense through 4 weeks in league history. Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, Bill Belichick is going to throw out all the pressure tricks, and that'll cool off Jared Goff. Matt Patricia wants this one badly. You know, this used to be his team, and lots of hate for him from Detroit. So a little bit of a rivalry thing going on here. Patriots are going to win this one by 10. 30-20, my score pick. Of course, I probably should say something more like 40-30, but I'm saying 30-20. They would cover the spread in that scenario because it's just 3 points, actually. The Green Bay... I messed it up. The New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. That one is in London. You can tune in on 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the NFL Network. That's going to be an interesting one. The Giants should be able to roll with Daniel Jones. They've got Saquon Barkley, and I've been tweeting about him. Go find us on Twitter at WBSN Sports or find me at Shry Guy. They've been looking really good, but I don't know. I'm feeling the Packers. They'll pound the Giants up front and wear down their pass rush. New York's secondary won't be able to slow down Aaron Rodgers. And I think Green Bay fans are going to be happy all day on Sunday. The spread is 8 points. I think the Pack will cover that. 34-17, the final in that one. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on Sunday. You can tune in on CBS. The Steelers have given Kenny Pickett the reins. It's his first NFL start over former Bills backup quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. Look for him to be competitive. His moxie and fearless passing is going to look good against a banged-up secondary, but the Bills will grind this one away with a more lean running attack and leaving the back door open for Josh Allen. The Bills will win that one, but they won't cover the spread, which is huge, by the way, 14 points. My score pick, 32-20, Buffalo coming away with a win. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Cleveland Browns. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on Sunday. You can tune in on CBS. The Chargers have a bit of a trap game here, given their defense has been more vulnerable against the run, but I don't think the Browns defense can stop much without Myles Garrett up front. The Chargers will be able to frustrate Jacoby Brissett, but it's just not happening for them. No Joey Bosa. LA will make sure to put Cleveland in a negative game script to erase any chance of falling on the road. The spread is 3 points, so they will cover when they win 24-20. The Chicago Bears driving north up to Minnesota to battle the Vikings. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on Sunday. You can watch that one on CBS. I got these out of order, I think. Oh, I just don't have that. Okay, well, my pick is the Vikings, 24-16. That would mean they will cover the 7-point spread. Anyhow, I clearly picked the Saints in Seahawks at Saints. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on Fox. The Seahawks are getting strong, and offensive line play is looking good. They're getting the most they can out of Geno Smith, but even with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett on the outside, I just don't feel it. The Saints have just got a better offense and are more, locked down on D. They're going to win it, but it's going to be a close one. The spread is 5.5 points. The Saints won't cover that, but they will win 27-24. The Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. You already saw my pick on that one. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on CBS. That's a Sunday game. The Dolphins are starting Teddy Bridgewater. I think he'll look good, and he used to play for the Jets. So Zach Wilson coming out. He has given the Jets a big-time boost on offense, but the secondary of New York, can they handle Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle with a guy who's trying to prove himself? I'm not seeing it. I'm feeling the Dolphins. Their blitz packages will put a lot of pressure on Wilson. It's going to be a close one, but they'll cover the spread. The spread is just 3 points. My pick, 24-17, Miami Dolphins win. Atlanta Falcons traveling down to battle the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That one is a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick on Sunday. You can watch it on Fox. The Falcons are kind of coming to the end of the line with Marcus Mariota. Kyle Pitts has not been maximized in the passing game. He did start to heat up last week, but it still wasn't quite right. Cordarrelle Patterson is going to be out. Tampa Bay is overdue for a thrashing of a division foe, so I think they're coming out strong. Tom Brady, I think he's got something to prove with everything being thrown around about him and Giselle in the media. I just am feeling him being hot this weekend, so we'll see. The Bucs are going to win. The spread in this one is 8 points. I think they'll cover that. 35-14 is going to be my score pick in that one. Buccaneers winning, of course. Tennessee Titans at the Washington Commanders, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on CBS. The Titans have been really unpredictable. They're up and down. They've lost against the Giants and Bills, but beat the Raiders and Colts. The Commanders are just awful. I don't think they're that good. So the expert picks for this game had the Commanders winning it. ESPN had them winning it. DraftKings had them winning it. Everybody's picking the Commanders. I did not. I'm picking the Titans. So that's another one. Like next week, I'll be like, man, I said I shouldn't have picked those teams, and I did, and then they lost. So they're going to lose that because I'm picking them. 30-27, my score pick. That would mean they would cover the spread. I'm saying the Titans are going to win it, though. Houston Texans at Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch it on CBS as the Jags win. They've been hot this year. Trevor Lawrence looking good. Christian Kirk, James Robinson. I'm feeling it. They're going to be good on offense. We'll see. The spread in this one is 7 points. I think the Jags cover it en route to a 35-20 win over the Texans. San Francisco 49ers at the Carolina Panthers. That's a 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch it on CBS. The 49ers blew their first two road trips. They went to Chicago and Denver. I think they're going to get it back on track against Carolina. And I feel like Garoppolo is looking good, but I don't see Matt Rule out coaching Kyle Shanahan and motivating a team he's losing quickly for an upset against a much better opponent. That's all there is to it. I think San Fran is going to win and cover the 5-point spread. My score pick, 27-14. Philadelphia Eagles at Arizona Cardinals, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. You can watch that one on Fox. The Eagles should get their passing game going. They're going to be away from the wind and rain and cold at home. Jalen Hurts is going to roll out with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. The Eagles' big play running game is also going to have an impact in this one. And Kyler Murray is going to struggle against that Philly defense. Eagles going to win this one and cover the spread, which is 5 points, 30-22, my score pick in that one. Las Vegas Raiders at Kansas City Chiefs, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. Watch that one on Sunday night. The Chiefs offense is a complete running and passing groove right now with Patrick Mahomes. The Raiders offense has become run reliant as Derek Carr is still trying to settle into that complicated passing game. The Chiefs have tended to crush this matchup of late, so Vegas is going to be in trouble while Kansas City moves the ball with its creativity all over the turf. 7-point spread, so the Chiefs will cover en route to a 38-27 win. Here we go. Cincinnati Bengals at Baltimore Ravens, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. Sunday Night Football on NBC. Bengals are winning that. The Ravens' pass defense hasn't lived up to expectations. Lamar Jackson is so good, but you can only do so much. It's going to be a close one. 3-point spread. I think the Bengals will win it 27-24 in that one. Well, there you go. Let's get right into clips of the week now. As far as that goes, the first one I'm going with this week, let's see. Let's start with this.
Fake it and keep it, and why not? I mean, and then a late hit. They're going to have to tack yardage on the end of this, and Crookshank is the one that hit him.
I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already, but look at that. They're winning by 39. They run a fake punt to get the first down. Yeah, you're going to get crushed, and it's the punter, too. He gets smoked. It busts up into a fight. I don't know. I mean, I kind of get why Rutgers did that. It's kind of hard to be mad at him, but obviously Ohio State has to stand up for their guy. You just got to love college football sometimes. There's not really a winner or a loser in that situation. Let's get to something happy here.
Caden Salter will start at quarterback. Fakes it to Day Hunter and runs, looking toward the end zone. Pass up in the air, and it's brought down one-handed.
Oh. Okay, we could find a sadder play-by-play announcer than that. This guy is way too excited to be on air calling this Division I college football game. I'm sure we can find a sadder announcer. Anyhow, clips of the week can be viewed on the video version of the podcast. You can find it. I mentioned this already once, but you can find it at WBSNsports.com. Cut out the middleman. Head right to our YouTube channel, Win Big Sports Network. I'll see you there, and you'll see the video there if you're tuned in on Spotify or Anchor FM. Look at this clip. I mean, I could watch that catch 100 times. Can we see that again? Can we see that again? Look at that. One-handed. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's got to be the play of the week, right? Love to see it. Love to see it. It's a lot of fun. That was Liberty and Old Dominion. One clip of the week left.
One more. Yeah, another one.
That's a controversial one. People are upset about this. Can't say I'm not upset. I don't know what he's doing. He knows better than whatever he's doing. Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Everybody's laughing.
Longboard.
It's been nothing but trouble for AB for the last few years. I'm rooting for him. I hope he gets it straightened out, whatever's going on with him. I hope that's not a bad opinion. I mean, it could be. I don't know anymore. That's a crazy one. That's all I got to say. I wouldn't be happy if that was my daughter or my girlfriend or whoever to me. Anyhow, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Win Big Sports Podcast and Win Big Sports Betting Talk. I'm Gabriel Schry. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at WBSN Sports and visit us at WBSNSports.com. I'll catch you next week, and thank you for tuning in for the Win Big Sports Betting Podcast.